All right, mate.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah,
We on?
just middle of
been
a
working.
hurricane.
yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, you floated away yet?
No, I haven't floated in years. What are you talking about?
All right, well, that's a positive, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we're doing okay.
All right, well then, no excuses really. Should we get back to work?
Yeah, let's get to it. Let's have a go.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Fish N Brits, the very rainy podcast from very top of America, where we break down the swings that happen on both sides of the pond.
Make sense of our lives as Brits among the USA climate.
Answer the burning questions and dust off our ever favorite memories of life before the hurricane came. I'm happy for him.
And I'm Wayne Ruffley, and I'm a well-qualified sandbagger. Oh my God!
You see, this is what happens when we don't have the clipboard. It all goes.
I don't need a clipboard.
Completely wrong.
Yeah, get that music out of here.
There you go. All right, mate. How are we doing?
Oh, mate, we're doing, aren't we? There's a hurricane outside, isn't there?
Yeah. For those of you just joining us, if you are local to Florida, you know what's going on. If you are not local to Florida and you are listening to this live or after the fact, we are in two separate houses, actually across the street from each other. I could probably put a flashlight outside and you could see me. But we have Hurricane Milton going over us right now. Oh, was that you? So we thought that we would come on here and try out a little live episode of the podcast just to bring a bit of fun to you and check in with everyone.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we're not doing anything else.
No, we've got nothing else going on.
Just watching the wind blow through, and JC and Jen are obviously downstairs. JC is glued to the news.
Yeah,
she hates any kind of thunderstorm or tornado. Or tornado warning. And I just heard that there's already been over 100 tornado warnings since this thing started coming ashore. So
yeah, that's a new one for me. I don't remember any of the hurricanes that have been through here having quite so many tornado warnings. So that's fun.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. She's already been in the cupboard like 4 times. I've been in the cupboard 5 times myself, but it wasn't for the tornadoes.
Oh, all right. Well, at least you're relaxed then. Here you go.
The pantry. That makes it funnier.
How was your prep today? Did you get anything done? You were at the fairground today, weren't you?
I was at the fairground this morning because it was very important that I was there. We went in this morning, and it was what it was. We do our best to make the guests still have a great time, even though things are crazy. Right. And a lot of them, unfortunately, they're European, they're locals that are just don't have a clue what's going on, or they're not worried about it so much. It'll be fine. That's that. So we had a lot of that today, but yeah, it was good. We luckily on what day was it? Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday.
I don't know what days are what this week.
I don't know. It's Wednesday now, isn't it? Yeah. So Monday, I got to come home early because something else had happened, and they're like, "Oh, just go home." I was like, okay. So luckily Monday was my let's get the last of everything in. Let's do this, let's put that away. Where's this going? I don't know. So that was my Monday. So today was just basically last night, Jen noticed that the church across the street, behind you, the Catholic church, they had the big sand pile. And our neighbor next door, he'd grabbed a bunch of extra sandbags. And I guess because where he was getting his sand, you're only allowed so many bags, 5 or 6 or something.
Oh.
He had about 15 bags, didn't he? So he goes, "Hey, man, you want some extra bags?" So Jen was like, "Yeah, thanks." So she had actually gone to pick up JC. JC gone to her friends for the day just to get her out because she was going stare crazy watching the weather, And then on the way back, Jen noticed the sand pile. She goes, "Do you want to go fill some bags?" So we went and did that last night. And
that's a fun date night.
Oh, it was a good night. Yeah. We went together. I shoveled. She held the bag, and
I knew the gentleman.
Oh my God. So anyway, we got them here. We hung them on the porch. So when I got home today from the fairground, it was like, okay, what's left to do?
Yeah.
Is there anything left laying around anywhere that needs picking up? And my neighborhood, I don't know how your neighborhood was, but my neighborhood's been really good. We're all on our community Facebook page, reminding people, "Hey man, don't forget your garbage cans are out." And one dude's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not back from work yet. They'll be put away," that kind of thing. But everyone's put all their stuff away. there's one or two that whatever. But yeah, it's been a pretty good prep, and it's kind of weird because I feel off. Like I'm too prepared. You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
right.
What to do now? And is it really?
Well, I mean, this escalated very quickly, as they say. So I feel like we had to go a little bit over our normal methods this time. I like you. I was home earlier on Monday, so I got to do a lot of my stuff then. But Tuesday, I was at the fairground in the morning, and then we still had a pirate show in the evening. The night before. So, sailing a pirate ship in a storm, in an actual storm.
Fun realism.
Yeah, but some of the things that were useful, I mean, I could send things to order to Target, and Chris picked those up on the way home. And Amazon have been outstanding this time. I got batteries delivered yesterday. There were some batteries that said they were going to be delayed. UPS showed up today. I said, "What the bloody hell are you doing out here today?" He said, "We're still going." I'm like, "Oh, all right, fair enough."
Okay, cool.
And then today was my scheduled day off anyhow, Wednesday. So I got up. Chris was still home, and got out there draining the pool. Draining the pool was a mission this morning because I got a new spigot. No spigot. I got a new filter in the last year, new filter casing, and they don't come as standard. You have to add it in. I didn't know. So all it is.
Were you bucket?
Yeah. Well, it gets better than that.
Oh God, go on then.
Like, well, this isn't working because it's just spraying everywhere, and I don't want to soak the land that it's under because I don't want it to pop out of the ground. The pool pump and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, And then I remembered I watched The Last of Us recently, and the Pedro Pascal is doing this the gravity feed thing, with the hose pipe.
Oh yeah.
The siphon. So
siphon again.
I've got a pipe. I can make a siphon out of my. Let's get out there. So I'm in the torrential rain this morning. I've got my hose pipe in the pool. I'm like,
give it a suck.
Bollocks! This is the huge pipe. Like I realized when I go out, I'm like, this is
a lot of sucking.
Hose pipe, and I've got to fill the whole thing up. So I'm wrangling with it down. I did. I got my mouth around that and tried it, and that wasn't working.
Stop doing that. Just say what you did.
Yeah,
stop.
All right.
The visual weird. We're not used to visual video.
We'll clip that up for TikTok. So I'm like, well, what have I got? So I got the big thick pipe that comes from the vacuum that goes in there. I pull that off the vacuum. I'm like, well, that's shorter, but shit, it's not filling up with water. So that one, I really did do the inhaling.
Your vacuum hose.
But I didn't know there was a big blob of algae right in the middle of it, and I got a mouth full of green, trying to suck that out. So I'm like, well, that didn't work. I'm coughing and spluttering, and it's raining at this point. I put swim shorts and a t-shirt on to go out there. I'm like, I'm gonna get wet. So I'm like, actually, this hose is big enough. I just opened up the cap off the end of where the spigot should go on the filter thing, and Jerry rigged it in there with a clamp, a watering can, and all this other stuff, and it worked. I turned it on, and the pipe was big enough that it took all the pressure of it. And
man,
we dropped it down by about 8 inches in about an hour and a half.
Right.
And then it was. I've got a load of propane because we've got the generator and all of that stuff. I'm like, right. I just want a little bit more. And I went on out to the BJ's place, not like the pipe, the other one.
Clip it for the TikTok.
Clip that one. And they had full propane, and they were just having a petrol, a gas for the Americans tank delivery at the time as well. So I got to fill up, top off, get propane for the grill, just as a little extra, and then got some Lysol sprays as well.
That's good. I was worried about your gas because you were telling me last night you were saying I'm on half a tank and Chris is half a tank and the thing is closed and the gas went quick. I was really lucky yesterday. I had filled up at the I almost said the place, the other fairground, not the one I was at today. In the back, they've got that gas station in the back parking lot, and within like 15 minutes, I was in, got extra gas and left. Well, then Monday I drove to the other theme park and back, and then I drove this other way, and I went back, and I was like, hang on, I'm doing gas math on the way home last night.
Yeah.
I go, if I go back to the fairground tomorrow,
yeah,
I'll be on half a tank, and I won't be. So I hit the Wawa by us, and luckily, they had the lowest grade left, but
right.
Pop the tank off, and I'm good. But yeah, that's what I was telling you, and you're like, yeah, we're off a tank. So
Right.
the BJ thing worked out. I need to join them. I keep saying I'm going to.
Yeah, I mean, we won't talk about it too much until they sponsor us. But because I've got the $10 renewal right now. So
yeah, maybe they could give me a sponsor then. Bring me in, I'll sponsor.
That'll do. But yeah, so for our listeners out there, for our viewers, this is the first big live video we've done. I'm actually using the old software that I had from COVID when we were trying to broadcast during the pandemic. I was like dust it off today and try and remember how to use it. We used to do pub quizzes on this thing during COVID, so bear with us. It's been 4 years since we've done one like this, and as a disclaimer, if one of us cuts out or both of us cuts out, that means the internet's been cut or the power's gone. So we're just going to go for a little bit, and
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Just killing time.
But in the spirit of seeing what happens, we all know this song. Can we hear that? Did that actually play?
It did, yeah.
Oh, all right. It didn't come through on my end.
Oh, well, you didn't dust that off enough then.
Didn't dust it up. Got it. There we go.
I hope everyone could hear it because I'm otherwise over here acting like a white idiot.
If you didn't, we'll put the subtitles. That was the Big Ben Bong Strikes because it is 11's time. But talk for yourself a second. I didn't get mine out the fridge.
Oh, see, this is what happens. You know, you get the memo. You know, you get the memo of make sure you've got everything locked. And then he keeps talking over me while I'm talking.
What's typical? Yeah, that's what I do. Look at that. I'm all business up top and pajamas down.
Oh, look at you. You know, you showed yours. I'll show mine. I've got my Frankensteins on. So.
This is what happened. We did reach out to producer Owen today. He is currently programming a sound console for a gig he's got on Saturday, and he's trying to pull through it while there's still power and internet. So I'm like, all right, fair enough. So hello, Owen. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, hi, Owen. I should have.
If you watch this at any point.
Is he doing that at home, or he's not out? Is he doing that? Is he?
No, he's doing that at home. He's doing
okay. I was going to say, Jesus.
All right. So for the first time in Fish N Brits history, I'm not there to provide the goods for you. So I set you the challenge of finding your own 11s. You're fending for yourself today.
I was left alone. No one was minding me.
No one's minding you. So what have you got?
So I've got somebody else supplied me with the 11s, and he's one of our top listeners as well.
You've got someone else?
No. Just providing me with my food.
I'm
not cheating on you.
It's
just this one time. Christ.
Right.
Anyway, on a cracker. So he's one of our top listeners. He listens to us. He's listened to our shows multiple times. He keeps telling me it's my good mate, Glenn Stone, back in England. Well, his daughter is over on holiday, and he sent me
what a bloody time to come on.
A basket of goodies. Can you see them all?
What the bloody hell have you got in there?
I've got a Terry's orange, Chucky orange. I've got pickled onion Monster Munch.
Oh, you like them?
Oh, we've talked about them on the show.
You like them?
I've got the what's this one? Oh, sweet and spicy Monster Munch. I've got the I'm missing one. There was a packet, but someone downstairs, my daughter, already had one. The roast beef. Got the roast beef Monster Munch.
Oh, that's my favorite one. That one.
I've got some blackjacks. Remember blackjacks?
What's that like? That was licorice, isn't it?
Yeah, like a licorice. It's a hard candy.
Right.
I've got a Wham original bar.
Oh, is that the one with powder in the middle?
Yeah, with the sherbet in the middle.
Yeah.
A Wham bar, and then what else? There's one other thing fell in there. Fruit salad.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah. So I'm well set up here, and there's some of the mint things as well, but they're down in the fridge.
Oh.
And then I've got something else for another time that I'm going to bring as well. So that's what I've got there for eats. I think.
So which one are you having today?
Oh, it might. I'll have to do the Monster Munch, won't I?
Yeah. Yeah, you go with that one.
Yeah, I'll do the Monster Munch because we've talked about it on the show. So
we last had Monster Munch on the Parkers episode when we unboxed them. They brought you some pickled onions, didn't
they? They did. Parkers were great to me. You know what I should do? I'm gonna have a different flavor. I'll have the roast beef ones because I have the pickled onion from them. Oh, I dropped them on the floor.
Right, and then from one of our local British shops, have got some Orange Club biscuits.
Oh man, I know where you got them from.
So,
did the shop have a pint as well while you were there?
No, this was from the shop. This was from one of the other shops. Yeah. This is a milk chocolate biscuit covered in orange. Actually, it says milk chocolate crunchy biscuit with an orange flavored cream. I swear it used to be orange chocolate surrounding it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Huh.
But isn't there another club that's got like a fruit one?
Yeah,
like
there's a raisin one. The raisin one is in a purple packet.
And the raisin's in the chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I could be wrong. We'll try out in a minute.
Yeah, mate, I can't tell you the last time I had a club.
Hey, catch. You know, if we'd have thought about that, we thought about that ahead of time, that would have been great.
Bloody hell,
if you're only listening to this online, because we'll upload it onto the podcast channel later, that was a very funny bit, and you'll have to watch it on YouTube. There you go. And what have you got as a beverage?
Well, what goes good with Monster Munch? Dun, 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 dun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Do you see it?
What you got there?
I've got a bottle of whiskey, Anna.
Oh, hang on.
I got you one of these. You should have one, but I've never opened mine, so I figured I'd open it for the show.
I opened mine.
Go on. Oh, you've been enjoying that.
Yeah, I opened mine.
Yeah. So that's what I got. Well, I was going like, oh, Levinsy. So I go to the fridge, pull my drawer. There's no pints in the drawer. I finished those 2 Guinness last week, didn't I? So I was like, oh.
I'm sorry, you're doing a hurricane with no beers in the fridge.
Yeah, a bit odd. I know. No, I'll be fine.
Are you all right? Hang on.
This thing's gonna blow up.
Touch your head like that. You got glands.
Not that bloody Benny Hill. So I'm gonna have a go goozle of this. So this is Postmodern Spirits is the company. It's from they're from Knoxville, Tennessee, down the street from Jen's parents' house. And one time we went up for a visit. I did the tour. They do a tour of how they do all the kettles and all that stuff.
Right.
And if you don't mind me talking about it a second, they actually do something really cool. There's a lot of IPA beer makers around the area up there in Knoxville. So this company, what they do is they get the barrels, the IPA barrels that they've had the beers in.
Yeah.
And then they put the whiskey in the barrel. And you know what I mean? So they mix the IPA beers with the whiskeys. And there was one, I hope I get it right. They got with a beekeeper, they got a honey barrel from him. So then they did the whiskey in the honey barrel, let that go for however long it goes. Then there was an IPA guy that was like, hey, man, I'd like to try and put my beer in your whiskey barrel. I'm like, well, we've got this honey whiskey barrel. And he goes, well, that's a honey IPA. Blah, 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 blah. Send that beer back. Then they send it back to them again, and they put another thing in. So it was like a honey whiskey, beer, whiskey. And that was their 5 or 10 year, I think it was 10-year anniversary one that they did. And I didn't get a bottle because they were gone like that. They only made like so many bottles of it, and they were gone. But anyway, that's what I'm going to drink. I'm going to have
that sounds good.
On that.
I actually used mine. This one, it's gone from when you got it for me. It's very nice as an old fashioned. It's actually really good as the whiskey to go in a hot drink for Christmas. Or if you've got a bad throat, something like that, something with honey and lemon, that sort of thing. It's a really nice one for that. So I approve your choice, and I will let you off the fact that it is not from the United Kingdom.
I know. Well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
I do have. This is also not an open or full bottle, so don't judge me. I brought some Johnny Walker Black Label today.
Oh yeah,
easily my favorite Scotch. Absolutely easily.
I like the Johnny Walker.
The Johnny Walker experience in Edinburgh is, I think it's Edinburgh actually, is one of my top places I want to go to in my life. Black Label is not the basic one. That is Red Label. You never drink Red Label neat. Black Label is my favorite one. There's a double black as well, which is also very good. But for me, the price difference doesn't work out between Black Label and double black. Not worth that one. My favorite one, if you ever see it, is Green Label. That's a really good one. And then there's Blue Label, which is the really high level up one. I actually have a bottle of the anniversary blend of Johnny Walker.
I think we had some of that together, didn't we?
No, this one's a different one. This is in a white box, and I bought it just before Bryson was born, and so it's for him on his 21st birthday.
Oh,
so that bottle's going to sit down here for 21 years.
I'll be coming around, so I'll get to try it then.
There you go. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Clinky, clinky. Oh, fuck yeah. That's going to take the paint off.
That'll do it.
Gee.
Yours is that the first time you've had yours?
Well, I had some at the place, which is why I bought it. Because we did the whole sample. I'll tell you what, man. It was me, my brother-in-law, Matthew, and my father-in-law. And Matthew and I got wrecked. Because it was a sample. Because they don't just make whiskeys and bourbons. They make like tequilas and gins and everything. And there was these thimbles like, we'll try that one. We'll try that one. We'll try that. And you get a free glass. And then, of course, I start gabbing with the owner, don't I? Doing my gabby gab thing I do. And he's like, you work here and you work there. Like, wow. Would you like a sample of my new blah, blah, blah? I was like, don't want to do. And so, anyway, so then I got a bottle. So, I actually got two. So I got you one as well. So, but yeah.
Well, I've just bitten into my club, and there is a bit of cream in the center. This is one that I haven't had for 15
I don't remember that. I just remember the chocolatey being orange. Like a Terry's, you know what I mean?
If you watch and listen to this in England, and you have a better memory than me, let me know if that's always been the case. I just thought it was orange chocolate on the outside. But it's definitely a cream on the inside.
That is roast beefy, that is. That is roast beefy.
You've got roast beef and Tennessee whiskey. You are on a
I'm on
it there.
Yeah. They blend well together.
Oh, look. I've got my hat as well for once.
Hey!
There you go. I actually wore this out getting my gas today. There you go.
Like a real trucker.
Yeah. Would you call me? Well, there we go. A successful 11s, I think.
Well done. That's good.
Where's my clipboard? I don't have a clipboard. Here we are. And so then from there we go on to. Can you tell we're rusty on this one? It's been a couple of weeks since we've done one of these things, isn't it? Yeah,
I'm missing it. I really am missing it.
I know, but
what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Our schedules are crazy right now with the holidays, and well, Owen's got a ton of stuff going on too. So it's the three of us trying to get together. Is like
but we can take this opportunity to do a little exclusive reveal that this week we did sign the contracts for season 2. So in addition to the Christmas special releasing on December 18th in early spring, exact date TBD, season 2 is going to be coming to you.
Cheers, season 2.
So, cheers for that.
Electric Boogaloo.
And in addition to that news,
I can hear it. Good. Dun, 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 dun. Coming to you live from his living room in the middle of a bloody hurricane with Wayne in his master bedroom. Here's Adam with the news. I almost forgot to do that.
Did you? Well, thank goodness you didn't.
I do something there.
All right, so the news headlines. I had to play around with this one because we've got the new medium of visuals. So again, we will do our very best to explain this out to those just listening on the podcast version. Go ahead onto the YouTube and see the full version if you want to see the visuals alongside of it. 2 news articles today. Our first one, I don't actually have the publication that it was from. This is an old clipping from a British newspaper. It was called the Sentinel. I don't know which Sentinel in England it was. But here we go. Due to a typing error, Saturday's story on local artist John Henninger mistakenly reported that Henninger's bandmate Eric Lyday was on drugs. The story should have read that Lyday was on the drums. The sex nerve gets the error. I mean, that's an easy mistake to make, don't you?
Easy, yeah. I mean, it's just a jumble of the same letters. Except for
I
the
don't
drugs.
think I know this. Do you play the drums?
I do. I mean, it's been a long time, but I used to play the drums. I've got a drum kit. Just never set it up, you know. Interesting story. Ali Score from A Flock of Seagulls taught me how to play the drums in the very beginning stages of my career. But yeah, I do like to give it the old. Yeah, maybe we'll do a TikTok of me drumming for the first time. And Christ, when was the last time I was on a drum kit? 10 years since I've actually been on a drum kit. I just like to faddle around. You know what I mean?
Right. Do a bit of that.
I was a natural drummer.
Nice little segue there as well to TikTok. We have just recently started doing the TikTok with Fish N Brits. That's the one I don't understand. You understand that far more than me.
I don't know why you say that, because I just like to look at videos all night long till like 4 a.m. I've got to get up at 5.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. Yeah. But we've started to put content on there, so follow us. I think it's just Fish N Brits on the TikTok. Look for the username there. It'll be on the link in the bio at, where is it? We've got this. There we are. www.fishandbrits.com. Right down there at the bottom of your screen. There's all the links to everything that you could possibly want right there. We'll let that run for a little bit. All right. Second news article of the day. This one from the classy outlet of Reuters. UK train cancelled after squirrel refuses to get off.
The bus.
London, September 18th. A train in Britain was cancelled after a pair of squirrels boarded the service and one refused to get off. Must have been an argument. Great Western Railway said on Wednesday. The disruption on Saturday forced the 8:45 service from Reading in southern England to be terminated before it could reach Gatwick Airport, its destination.
Oh, no,
Staff tried to shoo the ferry-free riders off when the train reached Redhill, but one squirrel refused to disembark. We can confirm that the 0854 Reading to Gatwick was terminated at Redhill after a couple of squirrels boarded the train at Gomshall without tickets, breaching railway byclaws. A spokesperson of the railway said, they love their job, don't they? Yeah. We attempted to remove them at Redhill, but one refused to leave and was returned to Reading to bring an end to this nutty tale, they added. While pets such as dogs often take trains in Britain, rodents are a less frequent passenger. You know what? I can't be mad at the squirrel. Clearly, they had an argument, little husband and wife there.
Yeah.
One was getting off and the other was like, no, sod it, I'm going to Surrey.
Yeah, you're nuts.
Yeah.
Off.
Oh, that's some rain.
Yeah, it just hit that was weird because you looked that way to my bedroom window, which also got the rain on it.
I'm not looking in your bedroom window.
How much of this whiskey have I had? I've only had 2 snips.
Is that gin and tonic you're having? Good Lord. She's getting hairy out there. All right.
Yeah. They said, what time is it now? Yeah, they said about 9 o'clock it was going to start making full landfall, right? That sped up today, didn't it? I thought it was supposed to be early Thursday morning.
Oh, yeah, no, it was late overnight. It was meant to be sort of midday today, Wednesday, but then it kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. May not have been midday, but it wasn't as late as it is now. But they always come overnight. It's a pain in the ass.
Because I'd like to look outside and see what's happening and go outside and record the mental video of me. No, I would never do that, but I've done it before. But yeah, it's just like, it's worse in the nighttime because you don't know what's coming. And now it's like,
right.
You know, like I said, we've had already over 100 bloody, tornado watches and warnings happening. So yeah. What are you gonna do? But yeah,
well, I've still got I thought you might be able to see them out the window, but I've still got my Halloween lights out there. Those are there. I turned them on. I'm like, well, we might as well have a bit of color in the street with a storm,
right?
But those are screwed in, bolted into the walls and all that, so they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not going nowhere. Yeah, but you talk about Halloween. We've talked about me with my Halloween decorations.
I know, mate.
So we were about to start, getting the stuff out, and then we had what's her face, Hylia. What was her name? What was the other last one that came through? Helena.
Helena. Yes.
Helena. That came through. I'm like, oh, okay, now that's gone. Let's start getting the stuff. Hang on, what's that coming by Texas?
Another one now.
So thank God we didn't start putting stuff out because we just have to put it all back in. I've got a neighbor down the street. He's got a couple of inflatables out and stuff, and he finally put them away today because I was like, "Oi, if that ends up in my garden, it becomes mine." So
that's the proper Scouse way of doing it. Not for safety. No, I'm nicking that if that comes to me.
I'm not nicking it. It ended up in my yard. It's mine now. So there's a Florida law that if you've got it for 30 days, it becomes yours. So
is that right?
Yeah, if something lands on your property, it stays there for 30 days, it becomes yours. Ended up with a horse that way. There's a story for you.
You did. A horse?
Yeah.
When did a horse blow in during a hurricane?
Well, he didn't blow in during a hurricane, but he ended up on my dad's ranch. There was two of them from the house up the street. And his name was Animal, and he was a full-blooded Arabian horse. And he just showed up on the property. I'm like, where the hell did this horse come from? Anyway, we found out where he was from. The guy's like, this damn horse keeps running away and blah, 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 blah.
He was Scottish, was he?
Yeah. He was redneck. Can you still say that? So anyway, no. We had the horse for 30 days. And then we're like, well, cool. And then we called the animal people. We're like, hey, and they're like, well, if it's been for 30 days, that's your property now. We're like, what? So that's how we ended up with Animal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, then, our usual section that we would do here is the section that rotates around week to week. So today's segment is called What Sort of Stuff Did We Miss Talking About in Season 1? Also known as Let's Pull It Out of Our Arse During a Hurricane.
Yeah. No,
This is literally the idea this morning. Let's throw it all together. Here we go. While we're putting everything together. So we've got a bit of a mishmash, a smorgasbord, a picky tea, if you will, of all different things to show you tonight. If you are watching, if you are listening, go and watch it. One thing that I would like to bring up, because we talked about this one, there's a great comedy called Only Fools and Horses with one of the best scenes of comedy ever. It is a perfect piece of physical comedy. We described it. We talked about it. Now, with this technology, we can show it to you. So without further ado, because I don't think any explanation is needed for this one.
No, just play it.
The finest piece of physical comedy in British television.
You see, nowadays, these modern Eurobirds, they go for the more mature men who've made it in life.
Yeah? Is that why we're having no luck?
No. I haven't started yet. Just building myself up to it.
Yeah, well, you better hurry up. It'll be closing time soon.
All right. I think we're on a winner here, Trig. All right? Play it nice and cool, son. Nice and cool, you know what I mean? Drink up, we're leaving.
Ain't you going to try for them birds?
No, you're cramping my style, mate. You're cramping my style.
It's brilliant. It's David Jason as Del Boy and the late, great Roger Lloyd Pack has triggered there. It's an incredible piece, and there's a great documentary about it that says he just went for it. They put a little crash mat down, and he had the nerve to do the straight fall like that. It's
crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
so unexpected.
A bit.
It's an incredible punchline to a scene. If you haven't had a chance to watch Only Fools and Horses on BritBox, it's one of the best television shows ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It holds up, like even now, and it's it's so funny. I mean, and now I'm seeing on the TikTok, bringing that up, we're on TikTok. I've just been seeing some outtakes from the show of them just like completely corpsing. Like, you'll forget a line.
Yeah.
And then everyone just dies. And then, oh, God, it's so funny. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even the outtakes are hilarious. You know what I mean?
And it's just the way they play off of each other. The two characters are so well defined. Trigger just has that incredible way of just looking bemused, looking round, doesn't see what's going on. The whole thing goes completely over his head.
Oh, yeah, completely deadpan the whole time, clueless.
Yeah. I actually watched David Jason in another show the other day, Open All Hours. I think we've talked. That's just come up on BritBox. Have you still got my login for that?
No, I've got my own login for that. We talked about that. Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
I forget what we talked. That's season 1.
It's my mum's. No, it's mine.
Right, fair enough. So there you go. Now, it wouldn't be an episode without me bringing some literature.
Okay.
So this is continuing the pulling it out of our ass. This is pulling it out of my shelf earlier on. This book we talked about.
Oh yeah, the one for Bryson. Yeah.
Chips or Fries, an illustrated guide to both sides of the pond. I thought we would pick a little bit from it. Page number 6 through to 117. Pick a number.
Oh, 62.
62. For that, we've got medical.
Oh, good.
I'll give you the American, and you try and remember what it is in English.
Oh, God. Okay, we're going to stump me again. Cool.
Yeah, that's how we work. A shot.
An injection?
Yep. Injection or jab.
Yeah.
What's mono?
Oh, mono's the throat thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to be more precise, Dr. Wayne?
Is it? You're sick with mono.
Glandular fever.
Glandular. I knew it was something with the thing, your glands.
Yeah, 911.
999.
999. There you go. And what would you call your primary physician?
Doctor.
No. Your GP.
I don't know. In England?
Your GP.
Is that what it is? A GP?
I'm literally giving you the answer. Your GP.
General practitioner.
Yeah. Your GP. So there we go. So those are all there. Look, good job. Go on, give us another number.
All right. Let's go 81.
81. You're getting there. All right. This is miscellaneous. So to continue
even
the
better. Cool. Gonna nail this.
A garbage collector.
A bin man.
It's got dustman.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I call the bin man, but dustman's like south, isn't it?
Trash can.
My old man's a dustman. He wears trousers.
Lives on council plan. Trash can.
A bin.
A bin. There you go. The dump.
The dump. The tip.
Yep. There you go. And trash.
Rubbish.
There you go. Rubbish.
Yay! That was an easy one. Good job. It's a kid's book,
isn't
it?
Number.
All right, I'll go again. 15.
15.
Yeah, let's go back.
Oh my God. Okay, this is.
Oh no.
You've picked the spelling one. Should we do a different number?
I meant to say 16.
Pronunciation.
Oh God, I meant to say 22.
There you go. Good stuff. Oh, good. Clothing and accessories. We almost had you trying to spell on a bloody podcast. That wouldn't have gone.
No. Dyslexic, aren't I?
We'd have been here till the Christmas special.
Coming soon.
All right. If you're dressed well and looking sharp, you might be looking
posh.
Begins with S.
S. Sexy.
Smart.
Yeah, that's what I'm meant to say that.
A purse.
A purse is like a handbag.
Yep. There you go. What are your rain boots? Minus
your wellies. Your wellies.
Do you know why they're called wellies?
No, go on.
Because the Duke of Wellington.
Duke of Wellington. Yeah,
yep.
Came to my brain then, as I said. No.
And what are your sneakers?
Trainees.
Your trainers. They are. So there's some good stuff there.
Yeah, that's a fun book. That
we might come back to that one at some point. And then the second book from the shelf. Blimey, I'm knackered.
That's me today. That is me today.
An American Survival Guide to British English. So I'll just do a. You tell me when to stop. Here we are.
Stop. Oh, bloody hell. Right. Go back. No kidding.
Okay. No, this one's fun. This is in and around London.
Oh.
Can you tell me what Elizabeth Tower is in London? What is the more common name for Elizabeth Tower?
I should know that. Is it the Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, the Watsy the Watsy Tower. You know,
The Watsy Tower.
Is it? It's not. It's not the
You
one.
mean the
with
Tower of London?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, it's not that.
No. Is it the one with the crown and everything in it?
No, that is also the Tower of London.
Fucking, I'll mix them up. No, go on. Never went to London but twice in my life.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're up in the north. Elizabeth Tower
Yeah.
is what you see as Big Ben.
Oh, okay.
Big Ben is the bell. Elizabeth Tower is the big tower with the clock face on it.
I did not know that. I will honestly
that?
say I did not know that.
Yeah, Big Ben is the bell that's in there. The bell that you hear striking, that bell is called Big Ben, but the tower is called Elizabeth Tower.
Oh,
So
look
there
at
you
that.
go. All right, here we go then. Say when.
When?
All right. Oh, people, professions, and businesses. What is a tavish?
Oh God, that's a Scottish kilt maker.
Sort of. It's a slang for a Scot. So you're in the right country.
Oh, all right.
There you go. A
Kilt
teddy
maker.
boy and a teddy girl.
A teddy boy is like, isn't he like a mod like rocker type guy?
Yeah, it's like the British version of a greaser.
Yeah. Teddy boy. They always wore the suits and
Yeah.
the hair. They had the greased up hair.
What's a twitcher?
A twitcher?
Yeah, as a hobby.
A twitch? Is that a bird watcher?
It is.
Oh my God.
It is very good. You got a twitcher is a bird watcher, especially an over enthusiastic one. It says here.
Oh,
very
budgie.
unflattering.
It was a budgie.
It's a very unflattering picture of what a bird.
Oh, that
watcher.
looks like me. Brilliant. Yeah, it looks like me with me. I need a haircut.
You too.
Oh, budgie. I'm a twitcher. Budgie.
But like Jamie, actually. All right. Last one. Here we go. Back in your seat.
Stop.
He won't
He's
watch
watching.
this. It's all right. He won't watch. Cooking and foods. It's our specialty subject. All right. What have we got here? Oh, that's. Oh, what a neeps.
Neeps. Oh, they're they're from Scotland. Neeps and tatties. They come with potato chips. Oh, what? It's like a pastry thing, isn't it?
No, it's a turnip, mate.
Oh,
Neat
God.
turnip. We need to get you to Scotland.
That was a bad fail.
That was a bad fail.
Neeps and tatties is
There you
turnip and potatoes.
All right, here's one. This is a new one on me. This one's from Lancashire and parts of Yorkshire. So that's close enough to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's right across the street.
Yeah. What's an oven bottom?
Oven bottom.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is it like a baked dish or something?
So, yeah, it's a bread roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, baked in the bottom. So there you go.
I didn't know that.
And a bit of a British word here. If you were peckish, what would you be?
Oh, I need a snack or something. I just
A little
need
bit
to,
hungry.
I need to add some more Monster Munch. A bit peckish.
There you go. That's a fun one. Blimey,
that's fun.
There we are. Now this is the time that we would take some listener questions, and we've got some. But as this is that we do, we put it up on the social media earlier on today. We've got a little selection of things to talk about. But we would usually sing along to this, but we've got the karaoke version with the words on the screen. If you're watching, sing along at home. If you're listening, just sing along with what you can do. Here we go. Here we go.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
That was long enough. That was longer than 10 seconds.
It was longer than 10 seconds. I left that one on there. It's all right.
It was the karaoke version, though, so we can get away with that, I think.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works.
No.
Let me pull up these questions here. These are on the phone, not the clipboard. This is where Owen would usually pass them over to us, but we're being left alone. So we're just going to do this here.
I don't know what they are anyway, so.
Well, there you go. Here's the questions from the listeners to today. Thank you for those of us who have checked in on Facebook and Instagram and all of that as well, really. I want to give a little shout out to our friends over in England. We have the 30 Old, 30 Young podcast. That team, it's a great podcast in England, going through the 30s, what that means to various different people. We got a globetrotter, a parent, and we've got all of these, a marathon runner, and it's how they see their lives through the lens of being 30. And those guys have been great supporters of us and us in turn of them. We've never met them. We don't know them. But our podcasts have just sort of grown alongside each other as little transatlantic cousins. So they've actually been checking in with us today to see how we are weather-wise. So thank you to the 30 Old, 30 Young podcast. Give them a listen. We'll put it up in the links. And with that being said, some of the questions from the social media that we pulled in today. This one is from, hang on, I've got the music, don't I?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, let's see if this works. Here we are. How's that?
Can you hear it? Yeah, I can hear it. Okay, good.
All right. This one comes from Ashley. What hurricane snacks do you have on hand? Anything from Parker's?
I wish.
I'd kill for a Scotch egg.
What funny today? I was at the playground. I went and saw our mate Rick, who has ordered a bunch of stuff from them, and he's telling me, he goes, "You'll never guess what I found in the freezer." I was clearing the freezer out, prepping for the hurricane. 2 Scotch eggs from Parker's. He goes, "I knew I bought 8 of them."
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. So he found 2 more today, and he was very, very happy. And hey, thanks to everybody who has ordered from Parker's as well, by the way, and using our Fish N Brits be a little discount. Keep ordering. Their stuff is so good. I was actually talking to my mom about it as well the other day, saying, let's find out what we're going to order, and I'll get an order in. We'll have it all sent to us. So
we still need to do our Christmas order. But yeah, no, nothing. Unfortunately, nothing in that vein. Snacks for us here. We're both in that healthy kick, you and I, right now.
But there's a hurricane, so we've got hurricane.
It's gone out the window. It's a hurricane, isn't it?
Yeah.
After we finish this, I'm absolutely going to be ripping into a bag of beef jerky that I bought.
Oh yeah.
I got this a great smoked artisanal jerky, and that was something I never had in England. That's something that America has really turned me on to. I don't want to know how it's made. I don't want to see how it's made.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool thing. Yeah. It's all like aging out the meat, drying out the meat, and air drying, and mixing all the stuff together, and then having that drying. The whole process. I myself was never a fan of beef jerky. Even when I moved here, I was with one of the old redneck guys. Hey, bro, you want some? I was like, what is that? You know what I mean? That was awful. I've never liked it. And then recently, probably in the last 2 years or so, JC got some, and she's like, Dad, what are you talking about? This stuff's delicious. I'm like, just try this one. It was a teriyaki one.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get enough of that teriyaki beef jerky now. And
teriyaki? Didn't he live down the street?
Teriyaki, yeah. He had a Kawasaki.
That's the one, yeah.
Motorcycle, yeah. You go, there's teriyaki on his Kawasaki. Want to play some hacky? Sack? I don't know where that was going then.
No,
but anyway.
Just let you do your thing.
Yeah. So you got the beef jerky. What have I got downstairs? Oh, Jen's made Chex Mix. You know Chex Mix? The peanuts.
What's in there then?
It's got Chex Mix. You know the cereal.
Yeah.
Chex Mix. So she puts that in there. I think there's 2 flavors, an original and something. If she's downstairs watching this, she's going, "You're an idiot. That's not what's in there at all." But anyway, there's like some kind of Worcestershire sauce, maybe I think is what goes in there. Some pretzels, maybe. Is that what she puts in there?
Oh, so it's savory.
Yeah. And there's some peanuts in there, salted peanuts.
Oh, okay.
And she puts it in the oven, bakes it all up. Jen's mom actually Jen's not going to be mad, but Jen's mom makes we get it from her for Christmas every year, and it becomes an all-out battle between the 3 of us.
Oh, yeah.
sneaking a handful. Hey, did you eat that? No, I didn't. You know, that kind of a thing. So I've got some Chex Mix downstairs, and that's about it, really. I didn't really go, oh, can you get us some of this in case the power goes off? And because we don't really want to fill the fridge up if the power goes out, you know what I mean? Which they're saying could happen any minute now, because it's 10 to 9, and that son of a gun's making landfall.
It's getting it's still getting there.
I can hear it on the window. It's getting really gusty. So
I got some salsa. I really do like a good salsa, and they had a new pineapple salsa in, something that I would never have eaten in England. I've only in the last couple of years have I got into the sweet and savory stuff mixed together. Yeah, and that's my pineapple salsa I'm looking forward to. So we might get into that later as well.
Whoa.
So there you go. Good question there. Good question. The next one, this one comes from our friends at the Life on the Wicked Stage podcast. Any wild storm tales? Anything in your life?
From my life?
Well, I mean, storms in Florida. Because these aren't new to us. We've gone through our fair share of them.
Yeah, no, I think I touched on the 89 Jersey hurricane. That was bad. That was bad. That was probably one of the worst ones.
There was a flicker.
Uh-oh. Well, let's hurry. We're doing great. Probably the worst for me in Florida was when we had, what year was that when the three of them came across us?
Oh, 2004.
Mate, that was the worst. That was the so the first one that hit us. I lived out in a place called Poinciana at the time, and the first one that hit us knocked off about 80% of the shingles off the roof, and it was mental, dude. It was one of the scariest. I mean, it came through hardcore. At one point, Matthew was living with us, my brother-in-law.
Right.
I was up on the roof, and he's got his arms like this around my ankles, and I'm hammering a tarp on the thing. The winds, it was crazy. And then, of course, the next one comes along and sits on us for 2 or 3 days, just nothing but torrential rain downpour. And they were all within a week of each other, weren't they? They were all like, boom. Oh, and there's another one right behind it. Boom. And then the next one. That was probably the worst. That was the worst for me, worst storm-wise in Florida. Otherwise, we've been quite lucky.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I wasn't here for 2004. I was trying to remember. If it looked like I wasn't looking, I was trying to remember the name of the storm in 2017 that we had. It wasn't Ian. It wasn't one of those.
Eileen?
I'm not sure.
Irene? I can't remember either.
Yeah, but either way, that was a rough one. And I was living in a house that we were renting at the time. And we had what's called a little Florida room out the back, a conservatory to it, those in England out the back, with wood ceiling with shingles with asphalt all on the top of it. And we've got a little central room in the house, a hallway. There's like a safety space there, hung up some hammocks and all of that stuff. And got to probably about 2:00 in the morning, and it really starts hammering down. We're talking like the doors are bowing a little bit, like, okay, it might be time to get into this inside part here. There's still 1 or 2 things in that outside room that I just want to grab, just want to make sure that we get in. You know, we use it as a little library. There are a lot of books, a lot of expensive little things in there. I'm like, let me just see what I can grab in there. Out the door, in there to this conservatory area. And that's when it must have gone right over the top of us. As all I remember is hellacious noise ripping off of every piece of the roofing, just leaving the wooden slats, and just seeing lightning and sheets of rain coming down this wood inside the house while I was in that room. I'm like, right, okay, time to go now.
Yeah, I remember then one of your good books got ruined, right? I remember.
So I closed the door, wedged all that up, and went into the central area of the house, and could just hear it slamming on that room the whole night. Woke up the next morning.
Sound. Oh god, the whistle sound.
Yeah. Looked out the next morning, and the roof was everywhere, all over. And that back room was flooded so much. It was the only part of the house that did flood that time. But that was one of the reasons why I bought the house where we bought it here, because we're on a hill with with slopes either side, so we're pretty solid. But yeah, I don't want to go through that again. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Every time these things come through, I get like, ooh, which is why I said earlier, I'm just kind of like a little off because I'm so far ahead planned. I still feel a little bit off. So
yeah. Hey, tangent here for a second. We were talking about the lighting and how we look. You look better than me the way that you've done it here. I look shiny as all hell.
all I've got is the bloody bedroom light on. I'm in the bedroom. I'll drop the curtain. I don't care. I'm in the master bedroom, and I just. It didn't look good earlier, but then I had to tell what's her face over there to make it 100% brighter.
Yeah,
it was really great. Well,
I've got like close encounters up here, looking down at me. It's bright as anything. All right, very good. Good. Yeah, good question.
Thanks for those memories.
This one comes from Jennifer. Florida has hurricanes. California has earthquakes. Kansas has tornadoes. What does the UK have? Wrong answers only.
Wrong answer.
I don't think there are any wrong answers because we've got all the weather there as well.
Yeah, all the weather happens.
Terrible weather. Snow.
Oh, it never rains.
Was rough.
Never rains.
No,
it's dry.
never rains.
Said wrong answer. So yeah, drought.
Yeah,
a drought happened.
The whole the thing of it rains in Britain all the time does, but when it rains, it rains.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, not like Florida where it's done in 15 minutes usually. No, it's if it rains, that's your whole day.
Yeah. Or sometimes your whole weekend, from what I remember.
Yeah. We did get a lot of flooding where we were actually. Whittlesea had a big a river next to it, the River Ouse, and that used to flood yearly almost. And I remember getting big waders on and going out into the flooded fields in the farmland around there. I actually did a photography project for school where I put on waders and a water suit and all that stuff and took this old film camera right out, waded through into the middle of this water in this flooded field, like up to my waist easily. And took pictures of the tops of the trees poking out through water and all that. So yeah, we used to get a lot of flooding in Whittlesea. There was one road that you'd have a big sign that if it was closed due to flooding, you'd have to go another way around and add 15 minutes onto your day. But they used to flood it purposefully in the winter once the crops had been taken in, and that would be your ice skating rink. Oh. Yeah, the farm fields, some of them, they would flood purposefully, and when it got cold enough, they set up ice skating on it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that was fun.
It does get that cold there.
Oh, yeah. And that's a tradition that had been going back for well over 100 years. That was always cool to see.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool was just always bloody raining from what I remember. And then
it rained when we went there.
When it was cold, and because the wind blows in off the bloody Mersey, doesn't it? If you, especially over in town, it's like freezing. But a funny flood story about me dad is a dad story. So on the morning show in England, there was a morning show, and they used to have a big giant map in the dock.
They still do.
It's still there.
Yeah, still there.
So the weatherman used to go, and he'd be in Scotland. He'd go, and in Scotland, it's going to rain with a bit of sleet and sand. And he'd walk down the map. He'd go, now we're here in Liverpool. And he'd go to each place on the map, which we were down. So there was a place, I cannot remember where it was exactly, but it was well down south. And they had like the biggest drought in the history of this place for years. Of course, the weathermen are like, well, they're finally going to get the bloody rain. So we'll do a bit, we'll do some kind of funny thing. So they have me dad come on the map. As in his, because in England he used to do the knife throwing as a Native American, right? So the Native American crazy knife thrower, and so he's like, he's got the headdress, he's got the whole thing, ba 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 ba. So they had him dancing and pretending that he was doing the rain dance.
It should be noted that he does have Native American blood in him.
Yeah, Cherokee, that's Cherokee. Yes. And so he was just doing this, making it up thing with he had all this powder he was throwing. It's just for the TV, you know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, the village had the worst flood in the history of the village, and people were writing in saying that they needed him arrested because he'd caused this flood with his magical dance.
Brilliant.
Only my dad.
There you go.
But Rolf Harris, you probably shouldn't say that name anymore, but Rolf Harris was on the show, and he did a Rolf Harris drawing of my dad. So my dad's got this big Rolf Harris original picture of him dancing on the mat.
Oh, do you still have that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That would have been worth something 10 years ago.
Yeah. Not now, is it?
Not now. Anyhow.
Ooh.
Good question.
It's worth a 5-year-old. A fiver.
And then this one.
Sorry.
We're going to get cancelled. And this one comes in from Zoe. What weather complaints would the British be making about Hurricane Milton? Probably starting with the name. Since it is... Oh, all right, this is interesting. Since it is English, derived from the words mill and ton, which is a town or settlement.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
All right,
So
knowledgeable Zoe.
So trust us to have a bloody English hurricane coming over.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
Of course. Ruining it.
When we said the British were coming in the promo for this, it's not what we were aiming for.
We didn't tie that together.
No. What weather complaints would the British be making about Hurricane Milton?
All of it.
Oh, so you mean we can't go out?
Yeah, what do you mean? Is it really going to be windy? Is it going to be that windy? Is it going to be that bad?
It's just a bit of rain.
Oh, nothing to it.
Why do we turn
we've got dinner reservations.
Northern teenage girl when we... Why is that the standard?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
I say it's rather blowy outside.
I tell you what it would be. Oh, do we get some compensation for this?
Yeah, that's
what it would be.
That's the winner.
That's what it would be.
Yeah. Because you know that happened today. You
Oh,
know it happened today.
The British newspaper that I read today, The Guardian, has a full breakdown for British tourists in Florida on who to get hold of to get your money back. Quite honestly, that is an entire article in the British news today.
Of course.
Which I get it, absolutely. If you've paid thousands and you've not been able to do it, absolutely, 100%. Let us get through it first.
Yeah. We're gonna figure it out. I mean,
We'll
they've
figure
done
it
that
out.
with all the specialty Halloween party things that have been going on. A couple of them have been cancelled due to the... Oh, I mean, this hurricane's not the only bad thing. We've had pretty crappy weather for October. It's rained almost every night of every event at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
But they've gone, no, we're going to add this date or you might as well. There's a hurricane. There's a hurricane
coming. It's a hurricane.
But but they are compensating. You know what I mean? But today was like, because it would, the ride, the one.
Yeah.
It would be up and going, and then of course we'd have a squall come through, so they'd hold maybe 10 minutes, and someone came out and was like, "We've waited almost 25 minutes." I go, "This is usually 2.5 hours.
Settle down.
Don't complain about 25 minutes."
Yeah. No, that's what it would be. It would, which they are valid. I completely. If this is your once in a lifetime trip, yes, the thought is valid. But as I say, let us get to Friday first.
Yeah, and let's be honest, a lot of these people do save like 5-6 years for this massive thing. But we don't control the weather. We don't control the lightning. We don't control... That is one thing that people don't understand from England, is that Florida is literally the lightning capital of the world.
The world.
You can be... So that some of the rules are like, within 10 miles, they'll shut some of the stuff down because it'll still hit you from 10 miles away. It's why we do it. We don't just do it because, we don't feel like doing it for 10 minutes. But anyway, that's enough of that.
No, I've had lightning strike a lamppost that I've been stood next to. It's not something that I like. It's not fun.
Yeah, no thanks.
So
your hair looks like that.
Hey, my hair. I did my hair for this podcast today. I had no reason to do my hair.
I am so far from having a haircut. It's not even funny. It's just I've been so crazy busy. I've been insanely busy.
Yeah.
Which is why we've been on hiatus.
But that does bring us back that we will be back in December 18th for the Christmas special, and we will be back in the spring for this. Hey, mate, thank you for this.
This
I'm
was
glad
fun.
you could join us.
Yeah, I'm glad we could make this happen. Thanks for dusting off the cobwebs off the old site and making it all work right. And the music's great. Everything's great. This was fun.
Yeah, so do keep, when you see this pop on up, give it a like, give us a comment, if you like this sort of thing, let us know, please. By all means, this is a whole new territory for us here. Obviously, shout out to Owen, who's working hard through the night right now. Thank you, Owen.
Cheers, Owen.
And if you are here in Florida, be safe, be well, take care of one another. If you're listening somewhere else in the world, cross your fingers and wish us the best of British luck.
Yes, please, because it's insanity. But again, for both of us and me, thank you again for joining us for this special episode of Fish N Brits. As always, give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and make sure you like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, baby. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Right.
If you're in Florida, stay safe. Adam, stay safe across the street.
You too, mate.
See you, mate.
Fish N Brits. Fish N Brits. Fish N Brits. Fish N Brits.